Guys, welcome back to an ALGS late night video. We don't do it often, but when we do, it's an absolute banger, and the day is no different. We have some crazy stuff from DMs leaked, from Furia's problems that happened, something I didn't even know about his Watson, DarkZero potential changes happening, a Sin Club change happening, KCP changes happening. Literally everybody is just going off the walls at this point. Rostermania has never been more understandably confusing, and it's getting out of hand, but we're here to bring you the updates, and we're doing it professionally, because when the drama is this bad, you got to dress up. You got to be looking nice in your nice almost suit, no tie, because I'm too poor to have one. Unfortunately, I really don't have one. And then also, you got the shoes from Walmart, baby. So we're feeling good, and it's time to get professional, because this business is getting out of hand. Now, first thing I wanted to make mention of is that you need to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date all things Apex Legends esports related. First thing we really need to mention is the drama that's going on with Furia. Very quickly, Furia basically had some issues in the past. If you were not aware, you know, you've got big players like Tech, Panders, Zera, Tricky, his Watson, all involved in this scenario. C-Lion, the former coach over there. And basically, if you've not seen the notion as of late, Tech thinks that C-Lion is somewhat of a fraud, even during LCQ, basically saying that they're going to be contesting the Fraudulent over there at Lightning Rod. And so there was a lot of beef in between these two guys. And then, of course, whenever this happened, C-Lion decided to go ahead and post that he was looking for a new team as an analyst and open to other offers as well. Also, a lot of people in here, even former colleagues, Zera, right, vouch for this guy. He knows the number, he knows the data more than anybody else. He's going to be a great addition to any roster. Tech is, though, you know, on the opposite side of this. He's retweeting this saying justice is now complete, you know, because like it's always been like a screw this guy mentality. Well, after this happened, I got informed that this coach, C-Lion, for Furia, formerly, has released DMs regarding the entire drama situation. I joined the Discord server to get those DMs, and of course I was flooded with a lot of people that were trying to help me. What beautiful people in C-Lion server to give me this information, and it was crazy. It was spicy. We also saw Sykes rubbing his nuts and something. It's crazy stuff. Anyway, so we have Tech starting it off with a crazy DM, and apparently this was sent to Zera by Tech, and we'll go on through multiple screenshots. Now, I will be here for about 30 minutes reading all of these if I did so I'm gonna give you a very quick rundown. Tech in this DM, it's a lot of messages, but basically it goes on to say we don't like our, you know, dynamic, we have problems, and I'm not enjoying this. We got a lot of issues, and the vibes are not there. This is not good, and every other team that's successful has this, the role, that role, that role, and we don't have that. It's like I'm playing this role and they're trying to force me to another role. So it just wasn't right? It just wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. And so basically you move on to C-Lion being frustrated with the way that things were going down, basically saying, you know, this was Tech's plan all along. And then that's why they actually had to initiate his Watson as a substitute player. I did not know that Watson was actually called in as like a substitute because of the drama. I was just thinking that his Watson is, you know, one of the top rank grinders at the time, and they bring him in, and then all of a sudden he's good, and holy crap, he's really good, and then there you go. And I thought that's how it went down, but apparently that's not how it went down. And then you have DMs between Tech and C-Lion, basically Tech saying the same thing. I'm frustrated, I'm not playing, I'm taking 3 days off. C-Lion basically, you know, like not really understanding what's going on and why. And then they tell Henry is the director of North America for Furia, and it seems like Tech gets upset that C-Lion spreads that information. Then we have more information spread and saying that here is what Tech you know, said when he refused to play with his teammates. He basically in one of these DMs says that you know, he's just not going to be playing anymore. He's taking time off, he's going to be leaving these guys for a short time. And then basically that prompted them to go play with the new team. Then playing with a new player, his Watson, of course, changes things up a bit, and it gets really weird because they start to be very successful after all of that. But the drama is that, you know, these guys are still going at it to this day. And, you know, they also say Tech has some worrying behaviors, namely it's that it's very tunneled on him. In this DM, he details Pan as just leaving the Discord after we die last game. Well, he had a pattern of blaming teammates for his egregious mistakes that were fed up with him at that point. He actually made a 60-game blame chart, and we'll show you that in just a second, where he used to justify his harassment of both Panda and Zera's gameplay to deflect the blame. So C-Lion is basically saying that, you know, Tech's not taking any blame. He's blaming his teammates, and that's where the drama came to begin with. Now, this pie chart that he did make, this is no joke. Tech actually made a pie chart of all these games and basically said, here's where the problems came down to. And most of this information is basically Tech saying, you know, it comes down because he's wide swinging too much. They're going down first, and maybe I did a little problem here and there, whatever. But mostly, it's not that big of a deal. It's mostly the other guys. Now, I will say two sides to every story, right? You know, I do think that most times that, you know, this happens, you have another side of DMs come out, and then it kind of clears the story up a little bit more. We also had that happen recently with the whole land situation of Aurora wanting a new substitute. You know, hey, you know, fake yourself being sick so we get this new guy. We thought that was the case, and we were like, they're scumbags for that. Turns out that wasn't the case at all. And it's unfortunate that sometimes, you know, different stories go around. We'll see if Tech responds, and of course we will let you know if he does. But basically, the last DM to kind of sum this up was that Watson has always was supposed to always be a sub, and Tech had a temper tantrum on a call with our boss and dropped himself from the team. It was very ugly, an incredibly uncomfortable time, and that's why all that stuff you know, happened to begin with. And then of course it goes on, but that was most of the storyline, and it's unfortunate to see that that's how things ended up for them, because I respect Tech as a player. I think he's a very good player, and I also respect Furia and what they got going over there right now. So it's interesting to see. Obviously the drama continues, and we're going to keep you up to date right here live on the channel. Now, we do want to talk about DarkZero again, because they keep popping up in the news. Sources say intel, and of course it's kind of weird because now I'm referring to my own Twitter post. So sources are going around, and they're saying that the DarkZero change is 100% happening. It is happening. It is not going, it's not possibly happening. It's not rumored to happen. I hear that, of course, so it's like I hear, so it's still a rumor, but I have heard that it is definitely happening. And the 3 roster split is very likely to happen, but it is definitely happening that someone is going off of this team. Now, the rumor is that we don't know which name is going where. I've heard that it's possible that Zero actually goes to the APAC South region. I've also heard that it was possible that Jin, you know, might want to team with Sweet. We actually saw on stream yesterday, and this was in my last video, in a public stream, you know, the former coach PvP had made mention that, you know, Jin Burton really likes Sweet. And of course, if Sweet's a free agent now and he's on the market, then of course I would like Sweet too. So I don't blame him, honestly. Can you imagine Jin and you imagine Jin and Sweet on the same team? That would be insane. So obviously, I don't know, you know, that's just on stream. And of course, I'm just assuming that PvP, you know, being that he was their coach for a short time, maybe he knows something, maybe he's heard something, and that's why he said that on a live public stream. But just because it's on a public stream doesn't mean anything too much. There could be nothing to the story, but that's just what I've heard. So obviously, still consider it as a rumor as to where these guys might go. I have heard that Zainu is like most definitely not playing with this roster. You know, who knows if DarkZero is going to build around Zero or Jin or Zainu. I would imagine it's not Zainu, but I have heard that, you know, Zainu will not be playing with these two guys come next year. That's just the story that's going on. If my prediction, you know, if I had to make the best prediction for DarkZero, I think the best case scenario is to build around Zero, because I think Zero is just, you know, if you don't like him, who cares? He's just good. Okay, you can't deny the fact that he is good. And I think DarkZero having, imagine if this happens, Guild and Zero on the same team could be crazy ridiculous, just saying. But I also think that Sweet and Jin could be a bro. Oh my gosh, if they swap rosters like that, that would be a rivalry and a half right there. Would love to see that. Now, also want to make mention, we do have some more confirmation of roster changes. I guess I should start with this one. This was in my video earlier, but I had to scrap it. Like I said, KCP is confirmed to be splitting up for year 4. Unfortunately, despite a good performance at Champs, the rumors that were KCP could look to exit the scene with other organizations as well. Now, that is still unclear if that's going to happen. I've actually heard that it might not happen, but the entire roster will be separating. We do know that now. So Serdale obviously said his time came to an end. Zane also said that his time has come to an end and that there was no bad blood in between them. That's kind of what made me think that the organization may be leaving, because why else would they split up if they, you know, were playing so good? But obviously that might not be the case, because we did hear from Nasky later on that he was not even looking for a new team, and we'll get to that in just a second. So roster update here. We also have the Ascend Club. If you guys have not seen this already, Ascend is going to be splitting ways with their entire roster also. Now, Ascend also has been in all 3 finals for Split 1, Split 2, and ALGS champs, and even getting second place at Split 1 playoffs. However, despite that good performance, they have parted ways with all of their guys, and even Kashira has already gone on a looking for team pose. And then Nasky also said that despite the the rumors that are going on here, I guess I could probably unzoom out for you. So despite the rumors that are going on here, he's not looking for a team, but there would not be an announcement anytime soon, which is really weird, which makes me think that he's found his team. They maybe even have an organization already. It's just that they're not ready to go ahead and make that announcement. So we will keep you up to date when that happens, of course. So you got to make sure you've liked, comment, and subscribe. A little bit of other roster changes that you may have not known about already. We had Hannah basically going on, a writer for esports. Anyways, some of these guys that are still looking for a team: Stay Naughty, Capra. We obviously talked about Stay Naughty playing with Taxi 2G the other day on stream. I pray to the Lord above that does not happen, just for the sake of Stay Naughty, just because, like, I'm just saying, we know Stay Naughty, you know, he had been tested with the mental game with Lou already, and obviously that the vibes were not clicking there. I can't imagine that Naughty and Taxi get along too well for too long, but I just wish the best for Naughty as well. And honestly, I don't wish the worst on Taxi. I just think Taxi's got a lot of baggage, and we'll see if he can overcome it, of course, as well. Also, don't forget that Madness, being one of the better, you know, North American rosters in Pro League, that was not able to qualify, he's also still looking for a team, and there's a lot of good players on the roster or on the market right now. So we'll see if they make that change. Also worthy of mentioning, Darkside, previous coach for Meat Lovers, is also looking for a team as well. Now, one of the guys that's not mentioned here is Rambo. Now, Rambo is not mentioned because apparently Rambo already has a team, but we don't know what it is, and that's going to be an interesting conversation, to say the least. Can't wait to hear more information about that. Just as we wrap the video up, want to let you guys know some drama going on also about becoming Apex pros, about the future of Apex, and a lot of bad takes along this as well. People are not agreeing with this. So Luda for Complexity, which is another organization that I would not be surprised if they decided to leave, basically said, gonna be 100% honest, and you guys might agree with this as well. Let me know down below. If you're not a T1 player or on a T1 team, it's just not even worth grinding Apex anymore. T1 players aren't getting orged, so the chance of getting someone who's T2 is going to you know, and even making decent money on that is just like 0%. To all the grinders out there, make sure you have a backup plan. Now, of course, a lot of players were not agreeing with this at all. You could even see, like, Noko, I don't agree. Reads, I don't agree. Drop from Opta Gaming, I don't agree. But I do think I understand the point he was trying to make, but I think it's also worthy to note that it might not be the best take of all time. Interested to see what you guys have to say down in the comment section below. And of course, this was a crazy rostermania update video. So the reason the video was a little bit late today is we were out of town for a bit, but also we had a little bit of an incident that showed up, and one of our, you know, friends that you know, we are very close with, and this has been multiple friends lately. It just feels like everybody's getting sick, everybody's going to the hospital, everybody's having issues, and it's just been very common lately, and I'm not really sure why. But another incident kind of popped up, and you know, just unfortunate stuff going on, and just health related stuff, and hopefully he's all good. But you guys just keep a friend of mine named Mike in your prayers, will you? If you guys want to stay up to date, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one. Until next time, we'll see ya later, Gators. Whoops, crap. Freak, press the button.